Hello students. In my last video, we have studied about ecology. That is, we studied the definition, scope and the basic principles of ecology. Now let us move forward in the syllabus today by studying the biological levels of organization. So what do you mean by organization? Organization is nothing but a scientific way of arrangement. We can see around us many different types of living and non living things are present. In this, suppose I am going to be considering the living things, they are going to be called as the biological things. Bio is life, logy is study. So, how can we arrange these different living organisms in our surroundings into a proper arrangement so that we can understand the organism? Simply, if we go on studying each and every organism, then it is going to be impossible to study all of them. So, we go on categorizing them or we go on grouping them in particular levels of organization so that it becomes easy for understanding by categorizing them. So, this we are going to be studying in the biological levels of organization. In this, we can say, first of all, the living organisms can be organized at cellular level. That is, each and every living organism is made up of cell. Cell is going to be consisting of organelles. So, what are organelles? These are small organized structures made up of molecules inside a cell that have different functions. These small organelles together, like for example, you are having your mitochondria, nucleus, all these small organelles together are making your cell. The cell is the basic unit of life made up of number of organelles. So many of these organelles together, which are small organized structures, are going to be making our cell. Now once the cell comes, now these cells have to come together to perform a particular function. So let us see at the multicellular level. So at the multicellular level, when a group of cells is coming together to perform the same function, it will be called as a tissue. So what is a tissue? A group of cells with the same function is becoming a tissue. Now when these tissues are formed, now a group of tissues will now have the same function and they will form the organ. Like I will take an example, if you are going to be having your cardiac cells are nothing but the cells of your heart. So these are going to be making the tissues, that is cardiac tissues. Cardiac tissues having the same function will make a organ, that is your heart, a pumping organ, blood pumping. A common function of the all the tissues of the heart is going to be pumping of the blood. So that is going to be forming an organ. Now the pumping of the blood cannot be done only by the heart. For this, there is going to be a requirement of various different organs. It requires your lungs for purification. It requires the various blood vessels to carry the blood. So all these organs, when they are going to be working together, they are forming an organ system. So different systems, like for example, you take your digestive system. When I am saying digestive system, mouth, esophagus, pharynx, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, all these are working together to form the organ system. And in the same manner, many such systems together are going to be working together to make an organism. So a digestive system, circulatory system, nervous system, reproductive system, excretory system, These different systems are working together in our human body to make us a living organism. So this is known as an organism, which is made up of the organ systems which are combined to make an individual. So that is your organism. So an organism is going to be made up of the cells which are grouped into tissues performing a common function. The tissues performing a common function grouped into organ into organ systems, and these organ systems working in coordination to make an organism. It is similar to your computers or a PC. You are going to be combining your CPU, your monitor, mouse, all these are going to be manufactured differently. But if a computer has to work properly, what you have to do? You have to organize all this into a proper manner. You have to connect all these in a proper manner so that your PC is working. And hence it is known as a system. Computer system. So that is what even the organism in the same manner are made up of different organ systems to perform the function that is living. It is behaving as an organism. Then here we can see in the levels of biological organization moving forward, if we are going to be taking the smaller molecules which are making the cells, these cells grouped into tissues grouped into organs into body systems, and this making an complete organism now comes when these organisms are grouped together, what they are forming. So when they are going to be grouped together, they are called as a population. These populations when come together, they are called as a community. Communities together will form an ecosystem. Ecosystem together will form an biosphere. So this is nothing but the levels of biological organization. So let us study some of the biological organizations in the ecosystem or in the ecology. We saw in the organism. Let us move in the ecology further. Once the organism is going to be formed, now in the ecology how they are going to be organizing themselves or how they are organized, how we have grouped them. So they have been grouped into the organism, into population, then community, ecosystem, and finally the largest one, that is biosphere. Let us take each one of them in brief. Talking about the organism. What is an organism? Any unicellular means organism can be made up of only one single cell also. Like bacteria and amoeba are made up of only one cell, but they are properly functioning all their activities and found to be living. So an organism not necessarily can be an multicellular, it can be also an unicellular organism. So any unicellular or multicellular form exhibiting all of the characteristics of life is going to be called as an individual or an organism. It should be living, it should be respiring, it should be able to reproduce, it should be able to sense the surroundings. So these are some of the characteristics of the living organism. So an organism, whether it is unicellular or multicellular, it must be able to show the characteristics of life like reproduction, consciousness, respiration, then growth, development, all these things it must be able to show. So the organism is the lowest level of organization, lowest level of ecological organization. Then after the organisms come a population. So what is a population? So here if you are observed, this is a single fish or a single organism. When this single organism is found in a group, many same organisms coming together, it is known as a population. A group of organisms of one species. You cannot call of different species. Species is nothing but an individual which is structurally and functionally similar and can interbreed to produce fertile offsprings. Like, for example, human beings. All the human beings are a single species. All these fishes shown over here are a single, belonging to a single species. So, a group of organisms of one species living in the same place at the same time that can interbreed. Interbreed means which can reproduce with each other and compete with each other for the resources like food, mates. Mates is nothing but reproductive partner, and shelter. Shelter is home for their staying or living, is going to be called as a population. So, a population is going to be a group of organisms who are going to be present in the same place at the same time, and which are not only able to interbreed but also they are able to compete with each other for resources like food, mate, and shelter. Then, we can take the next category of organization is the community. So, community is nothing but several interacting populations that inhabit in a common environment are interdependent. So, we have seen the population, but the population cannot survive alone. Only human beings can they survive on this earth? No, we require different plants and animals for our survival, for our food, and various other activities also. Like, for example, you can take only food you are considering, but simple bacteria like lactobacilli are naturally present in your stomach and helping in digestion of your food, and we don't even know that. So, we are a population which are going to be dependent on others, uh, or you can say we are exchanging things with others. So, that is going to be forming a community. We are interacting with other populations. So, these interacting populations, when the populations are interacting with each other in a common environment, they are going to be called as a community. Then comes your ecosystem. What is an ecosystem? So, ecosystem is nothing but a higher rank than the community, you can say. Means when many communities are staying together in a common place, it forms a ecosystem. For example, that is, for instance, populations in a community and the abiotic factors with which they interact forms the ecosystem. Here, take the example of the desert. Okay, in desert, do we find elephants? No. Do we find deers? No. Therein, we find only organisms who can survive over there. Like, for example, camel-like animals, kangaroo rat-like animals, then plants like cactus, date palms. Why? Because the organisms living in the environment are not only interacting with each other but also with the surrounding environment. The organisms develop a kind depending on their surrounding. In the desert, everywhere sand, dry. So elephants cannot survive over there. Who can survive? Only the camels. Because of their modifications, they are particular to the desert environment. They can survive with that abiotic environment. So populations in a community, when they are going to be interacting with the various abiotic factors, they are going to be called as a ecosystem. So ecosystem examples can be marine ecosystem, terrestrial ecosystem. Marine is nothing but in the sea water, underwater ecosystem of the sea is known as a marine ecosystem. Terrestrial ecosystem is on the land. Terrestrial means on the land. So there are different types of ecosystem present that I will be sharing with you in the next video as a part of a syllabus. But right now let's move forward to the last classification organization, and that is biosphere. So after the ecosystem comes the biosphere. So all these different ecosystems together are forming the biosphere. The biosphere is nothing but your whole earth. So the life supporting portion, wherever there is going to be the life supporting portions of the earth, it can be composed of air, land, fresh water and salt water together with the organisms. It is known as the biosphere. Wherever life can exist on earth, all is going to be called as a biosphere. It is the highest level of organization. After this, nothing, the whole earth, here only the living organisms are yet discovered. So biosphere is the complete life supporting portion of the earth composed of air, land, fresh water and salt water. So this is the highest level of organization. So in this manner, we studied the biological levels of organization, and that is started. We saw about the cell into tissues, tissues into organs, organs into organ systems, and organ systems into an organism. So once we have become the organism, now this organism group is known as a population. Population coming together, interacting with each other forms the community. The community with the abiotic environment forms the ecosystem, and all these together, all these life supporting systems is forming the biosphere. Or rather, if you are coming in an opposite way, the biosphere consists of the ecosystem. Ecosystem consists of the community. Community consists of the population, and the population is made up of organisms. So this is all about the biological levels of organizations. In the next class, we will study about the ecosystem and its types.